Identifying
The king of cakes. Chopper for the win.
G'day guys, welcome back to Cakes by Chopper. Today we have Astro Boy for you. What you're going to do is head over to the Cakes by Chopper Facebook page, print off the template, cut out both faces, but the first face you're going to cut out from your cake is the one with the hair points, and then the second face is going to be the one we stack on top. So cut them both out, place them on top of each other, and then you're going to taper off the edges on the top face, mark out where his fringe line would be, and you don't want to take it past that because that's where his facial features will sit. Once you've tapered off all the edges, cut in a little dip for his ear to make it look like it's pointing out, and then use the offcuts to taper down the spikes for his hair. You can fill that cake with any flavour you like. I've just given it the buttercream in the middle and then a crumb coat and popped it into the fridge to let the buttercream firm up before we put on the fondant. You're going to need some flesh coloured fondant, which you roll out and place over the bottom half of his face. Between the two spikes is good. And then you're going to trim off just a little bit and then tuck the edges around underneath, because that will be the finished side of your face. Now you roll out some black fondant, place that over the top part. It does look like it overlaps quite a bit, but you're going to put the template back on and cut out his hairline. And then I would recommend using a paintbrush with some water on it and sticking that hairline down before you start cutting away the excess. I didn't, and it started to tear and pull the fondant away, and it was just a bit difficult to work with. So I recommend doing that step first. Once you've got the hair all nice and neat and stuck down, you can cut out his eyes. Now I've cut out a little border around each eye to make it a little bit bigger, because once we put the buttercream and fondant on the cake, it makes the cake's facial area bigger. So his eyes would look a little bit small if you kept them to size. Paint in the details for his eyes and then go around them with a thin brush and paint on some eyelashes. The mixture for this liquid paint that I've got is 1 part gel food dye and 2 parts liquid food dye. I find it's just easier to work with and goes on nicely. You don't have to do 2 or 3 coats. Once that's done, cut out a bit for his mouth, place that on, and then you can start colouring that in as well. I used a red for his tongue and then dipped that in a dab of blue to make the purple around the back of his tongue. And then lined that off with a black and used a thin brush to neaten up the corners and put in his little cheek, I guess you'd call that. Paint in his nose and his eyebrows, and then roll out some white fondant and place that in his eyes for his eye reflection, as well as a piece down the side of his head to give him that shiny plastic look, because after all, he's a little robot boy. And there you go, there's your Astro Boy cake. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment, let me know what you think, drop any requests into the box below. Why not check out some of my other videos? There's Chucky, Garfield, the Mortal Kombat cake, Mike Wazowski, my Disney Planes inspired cake, or Ursula. Thanks again for watching, I'll see you next time.